Hello and welcome back to Genesis Designs and Bobcraft, and welcome to the new workspace, which looks exactly the same as the old one, doesn't it? Because all you can see is the work map. So I'm here, it's Thursday the 6th of November, and what's that, nearly 3 weeks since I moved, and I have the bench in a usable state. It's not finished. I suspect it may be some months before it's truly finished, but you know, these things are always a little bit organic, aren't they? But I'm here with a nice cup of coffee and my Yeti to keep it warm, and some nice biscuits or cookies for my colonial cousins. And you know these are nice because it literally says on it that they're nice. So these are coconut flavoured rectangular biscuits according to the packet, and these are not genuine nice. I've always called them Nice actually. These are Lidl Nices, so they're very, very cheap. But anyway, nice, they very much are. Perfect. Okay. A little bit of a chatter news then, just a general quick catch up. I'm off to Telford tomorrow. You will be viewing this on Friday the 8th, and I will be travelling up to Telford on Friday the 8th. I will be staying with Matt from Matt's Modelling Bench, as previously stated, as he now lives near Telford. So if any of you do happen to be at the show, then, you know, if you see me, just say hi. It's fine, I won't bite, I promise. The new setup then, this is the edge of the bench. I do have a wooden cap strip on the edge so that things won't roll off, so this is 1 inch from the edge of the bench here. And the camera is the right way up. So I no longer have to flip my video when I'm editing it. And also that does mean that live streams will be a lot easier, because I don't have to worry about trying to mirror the image, and I don't have to do this when I'm trying to show you something because I can't figure out where the camera is because it's backwards. So that's brilliant, hopefully. So that will be good if my internet will withstand live streaming, because I don't have as good internet here as I did at the last place. So a couple of items to show you quickly then. The first one, I did an order at Premium Hobbies just before I left the other place. I needed some Mr. Paints for the Hawk 75, and I ordered this in a world where unnecessary tools abound. Here's probably the most unnecessary tool yet. It's a bespoke 3D printed stand for the High-Q Parts scribers. I don't have the full set of scribers, but this stand has provoked me to look at buying the last 3 to have a full set. The sizes of the scribers are impressed into the bottom of it, as well as being written on the scribers themselves. And it's just a really neat little thing. It's got a slight rebate in there, so it sits in there nicely, and it's just a nice little display for those of you who want to display your scribers rather than having them rolling around in a drawer, which I prefer, frankly, because they're such nice things. I was never happy with them rolling around in a drawer. 3D printed scriber tower. Next up then, in my new workspace, which you can't yet see, I have installed a load of EBMA hobby and crafts storage units. So Andy hailed me at the Avon show, as I mentioned I think in the last Chatterbox. I said, if you want to use some of our gear, give me a shout and I'll do you a deal. And a deal he did do me. And I did buy some, and they are stupendous. They're absolutely brilliant. This one I'm going to show you here, this is the tablet stand. It is literally a holder, and it comes with this gadget here, which has a selection of different sized shelves for different types of tablets depending what you're using, and you just sit it into the slots for different angles, but also You can use this for balancing instructions or reference material on just the same as you can use it for putting a tablet on. And there's the option of a little bit of secret storage just behind it. They're laser cut MDF. It's good quality MDF. It's nice and smooth. The cuts are absolutely perfect. It notes in the instructions that you have a choice. You can go for this tobacco faded design, which is where the burn marks from the laser cutting process show on that side, but they do not on that side. So you can go clean, or you can go sunburned, depending, whatever you like. And they literally slot together. They're absolutely brilliant. If Lego was wood, this is how it would be. It's just tab and slot construction, and I've built quite a few various sort of paint racks and things from other manufacturers over the years, and these just eclipse them all. I'm not just saying that because he did me a good deal. These are spectacularly good. They just click together. There's a little bit of, I've used a little bit of PVA because they won't stay together, they do need to be glued. I've used a little bit of PVA, clicked them together and left them. I didn't do any jigging. It does recommend in the instructions that you use a right angle, but I didn't. I just clipped them together and they fell together. I had no issues whatsoever. Clever touches are all over the place. You can see the circles here. These are magnets. Each piece has magnets, or the option to mount them, you don't have to, in the base, and in fact also in the sides. So that when you build up a selection of them across your workspace, they will magnet together. And trust me, they magnet together plenty strongly enough that you don't need to worry about them coming apart. They'll come apart if you want them to, but they're plenty sturdy enough to hold in position. Really impressed with them. I'm actually slightly disappointed that I don't really have space for any more. But you know, those things are always negotiable, aren't they? So yes, this is the tablet holder. I've also got a 4-drawer unit, horizontal storage again for instructions and deco sheets and things like that, and a Tamiya paint rack and a corner paint rack for MRP. I will do a video, although it's going to be a narrated set of stills, unfortunately, of the process of building this work area, which will show you how I went about doing it, and just some general shots of the area as it is now, sort of semi-complete. I would have preferred a real video, but it just wasn't practical. I've been so busy getting everything set up. A lot of hard work, a lot of long hours to get everything sorted, not just in here, but in this house, and of course cleaning, sanitising and getting rid of the other place. It's been a huge amount of work, and I just there wasn't capacity in me or time or the setup, because the lights are everything with things like this. I didn't have any blah blah blah. Anyway, suffice it to say that what I can give you is a selection of still photographs and a bit of narration to show what I've done and what my area now looks like. I've got a new spray booth that will feature in there, and these will also feature. Now these do not come, just slide that back into place. These do not come with instructions in the box, but I utilise this to show you. This is the website. I will put a link below, and I urge you, if you need anything like this, to utilise this guy. These are all built to a standard footprint, so they'll all lock together and work together and interlock and everything else. This is the tablet stand I've just shown you, and as you can see, it's just £15. It's very reasonably priced. It doesn't come with instructions, but all you do is go to the website, hit the documentation tab there, and you'll see there's a download. Grab that, open it up, and there are your instructions, and they're very easy to follow. There you go, part schematic, construction in words and photographs. You really can't go wrong. They are absolutely excellent. Can't recommend them enough. A huge thanks to Andy, and yes, I will be working out a way to use more of this stuff going forward. Okay, might as well use that. The other thing I wanted to show you today, finally, is volume 2 of the Vintage Aviation Echo. Some of you may recall my glowing review of the Vintage Aviation Echo volume 1. Well, volume 2 has hit the market, and the first thing I have to say is it is a volume. It's even bigger, considerably so actually, than volume 1, and it is absolutely epic. It's just as fantastic. I can't love this enough, truly. It's so good. So the first one was at £18, this one was 20. With the postage it was, I think it was £26 something. And I would forgive anybody for thinking that's kind of an expensive postage option there, but it was packed really securely. It had these corner doodabs on it like this, 4 of them, which completely protect it, and it was in a sturdy cardboard sleeve, so it arrived in perfect condition. Here's what's in it. So this time we've got the Fighter Collection, the Gloucester Gladiator, the Bristol Blenheim, the Fox Moth Constellation, a Fokker DR1, and a tribute to Richard Grace. And it's just Richard Grace, Life and Times, with ML 407. And there's a lot. It's a lot. It's not. This is not a, you know. A little bit about snaffing, P47D. It covers the flying, the restoration, lots of beautiful photographs. If you're technically minded or a modeller, loads of really good information, loads of really good photos, and the air-to-air shots are just speechless. John Dibbs, need I say more? Very, very in-depth coverage. Constellation Ad Astra per Aspera. Story of the constellation. I'm flicking through multiple pages because I'm not giving you a page by page here, because you need to go and buy this. You need to support these guys to keep this going, because it's just, if you're like me, if you're interested in vintage aviation, engineering, and just general beautiful vintageness, this magazine, this book, it's you. It's just wonderful. Fox Moth stuff to Haviland lovers. Last of the Water Giants. This is about the Mars. Again featuring some rather lovely photography on those final flights. And again, very in depth. On here, Gloucester Gladiator. Now there's loads in here. I love this artwork as well. It's very period, isn't it? There's a photograph in here which is absolutely breathtaking when I saw it. These are period adverts reproduced, which in themselves are really interesting. I find them really interesting. I should quantify that, shouldn't I? Here you go, look at that. It's just stunning, absolutely stunning. Again, John Dibbs. Loads and loads of photos, glorious, big, crisp, detailed photos, beautifully printed, high quality. It's almost card. This is proper. Still gladiatoring, and here we got the Fokker DR1. A bit about the Blenheim. I mean, there's a lot about the Blenheim. The trials and tribulations of this particular airframe, well known to us over here. But all covered. All covered. Absolutely glorious. And then at the back, Mark Hanna. Another sadly missed British aviation legend. So there you go, vintage. Oh, it's just brilliant. Vintage Aviation Echo. I cannot recommend it enough. This is a chatterbox full of emphatic recommendations from me, your host. I'm sorry. I'm hugely enthusiastic about this publication. It is, well, I absolutely love it, as you can probably tell. But there you go. So going forward then, excuse me, I'm not quite sure exactly what you're going to get or when. I'm going to be very, very honest about that right now. The bench area is operational. It is not fully sorted. I've got tweaking and there's still things I need to find, and not least of my kits. The things I had in mind to immediately work on once I get up and running, I cannot yet, because my model kit collection, or stash if you like, currently resides in the garage. There simply isn't space inside the house. This is a much smaller house than what I had before. So I am having the roof space, the loft or the attic, boarded out, and once that's done I'll be able to bring my unbuilt kits over, and I can bring my built kits as well. They're also in the garage at the moment, which is less than ideal. They will all be going upstairs, up into the roof space, where I will then have proper access to them. It's only when I can get those all back over, unpacked and sorted out, that I can lay my hands on the projects that I wanted to commence sort of pretty much straight away. Those being the Tamiya Japanese destroyer build, the beginner builds a boat series, probably the special hobby Mosquito. There's a 109 buddy build I want to do with a couple of mates, and the Advent build. Now the Advent build raises a question, and I would like you please to give me some feedback. So last year I did an Advent build. I built the P39, didn't I? In December. The idea of an Advent build is that you start the build on the 1st of December, and the aim is to have it finished and unwrap it or unravel it on December 24th. So each day you open a new stage of the build. It's a nice idea, it's a neat idea, and I really like it. And I've done a couple now, but last year I documented it on the channel, and that series, I did enjoy making it. It was a lot of work. I did enjoy making it, and I got some really good interaction with a few people throughout. But the series as a whole did really badly in terms of viewership. So I'm wondering if I should really catalogue it in that way this year, or if I should stick to just posting it on Instagram. The subject of this year's Advent build is the Tiger Moth. Again, I need to find my Tiger Moth kits. I have a couple, but they're within the stash, and I'm not going to be able to lay my hands on them until early December, so straight away I'm at a slight disadvantage, honestly. But is that something that people want to see on the channel or not? I guess I enjoyed making the videos, so I should just do it, but let me know what you think. But being as how I'm going to Telford at the weekend, there's every chance that I'll pick something up that I can crack on with immediately to give you some modelling content. But I think it's reasonable to expect over the next 2 or 3 uploads that you'll probably get a bit more chatterbox and review type content to allow me the lead time to get a build underway that I can be documenting for you. And I think that's fair enough. It has been, the last year has been an absolute roller coaster for me, emotionally and stressfully speaking. The stress levels at times have been absolutely stratospheric. I'm not looking for pity or sympathy. I'm simply explaining how things have been, and I'm hoping against hope, that now that things are settled out, I've got my own place, I've moved in, things are all sort of T's are crossed and I's are dotted at this point, really, and I'm hoping now that I can settle and that my blood pressure can settle, and my stress and my emotion levels can all just settle out, and everything can be a bit calmer and easier for me going forward. So with that said, yes, I think you can expect another Chatterbox next week, which will probably be a Telford wash up and maybe a few little bits of reviews if I pick anything up, and we'll go from there. So please be patient just for another few weeks while I get everything properly sort of up and running and get jogging along with things, and we'll be back to normal before we know it. Anyway, that's it for this one. Brilliant cabinets from EBMA, give them a look, I'll put a link below. The vintage Aviation Echo, absolutely stunning stuff, I'll put a link down below for that as well. And I'll carry on getting things ready and get myself toddling off towards Cosford and the Telford show tomorrow and over the weekend. I hope to see some of you there. So as always, thank you very, very much for watching. Huge thanks to my channel members and to all of my supporters on buymeacoffee.com. I can't state enough how much I appreciate that support. And with all of that said, I think it only remains for me to say, until next time, look after yourselves, look after each other, and Jenesis out.